It's my favorite time of the year. It's time for E3, everyone! Everyone ready for E3? It's Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo. They're all gonna talk about things. Ain't that right, Wasabi? Ain't that right?
Dude, I'm so ready for E3, man. This is what I live my life every year for this moment. For E3 to come around, get all the good announcements, fanboy for my favorite platforms.
Yeah, and this year Microsoft's gonna announce a big X, and they're gonna show Halo. Be great. Rick, what are you excited about E3?
Oh man, I'm excited to see Ocarina of Time coming out on the N64. I heard that's going to be
Yeah,
dropping.
great.
Yes.
Ocarina. They're gonna show a first look of Ocarina of Time. It's gonna be great in 4K.
Jesus Christ.
I
Now,
can't
real
wait.
talk, if we're being serious, I'm hoping that Nintendo says fucking something about Shin Megami Tensei 5. I'm
Yeah,
breath though.
yeah, that game's been in development hell forever. Maybe
They
it'll come to
announced it
PC.
before the Switch came out, and we still
I
don't know
know,
anything else about it other than it's
and
happening.
it's happening. And they also announced Shin Megami Tensei versus Fire Emblem, which no one remembers.
It came out. It's not Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem though.
What?
It's
Oh
Tokyo
yeah.
Mirage Session Sharp FE.
What? Okay, okay. There is no E3. There's no anything except for that Sony thing. Hello, everyone. Welcome to hell, where there's no E3, there is no hype for consoles. You're all living at home, and you're all miserable.
And if you leave, you'll either get sick or shot by a cop. So have fun with that.
God, that's right. All 50 states are now protesting. It's great. It
Uh,
is great.
but we're not here to talk about that. Today we're here to talk about some fucking video games, some
Oh,
video game
before we
news.
start, I want a little bit of an update. I bought a computer. I bought a Lenovo.
Oh yes, and do you want to tell everyone what happened when you got
Yeah,
that Lenovo?
it got damaged in shipping. So they sent it, and it got like it was a big hole in the package, and it had a big dent in it.
Oh,
Eventually, Lenovo's gonna send me another one, but they literally the day after I bought it, they discontinued it.
oh my god. Oh,
Yeah,
that's frustrating as a motherfucker. I'd
Did
be
he get
so mad.
did he get marked down or anything?
it did. It was 580 or 585 or something for Core i5 10 Gen, 12 gigs of RAM, 256 PCIe. Really good computer. That's all I want to say. Light up keyboard. They still haven't gotten back to when they're going to ship the new one, but I'm going to keep
Right
on it
up.
because I have nothing else to do.
Well, fingers crossed. Let's hope they fucking make good on you.
The
So
good news.
they let you keep the
Oh,
old one before they send the new one?
this is advanced replacement, so basically they're going to send the new one eventually, and I send back the old one, and then we just keep going from there. That's
Yeah.
what it should be. And I'm not
Something
sending.
oh sorry. Something similar happened to me when I got my Switch. I got a warranty on it, and one of the Joy Cons got all fucked up. I went to take it back, and I guess Best Buy had changed their return policy. It used to be you just walk in, they take the controller, and then give you a new one right there on the spot. Now you need to wait for the controllers to come in the mail. And I was like, oh, that sucks. I can't play my Switch for a little while then, at least not portably. And he was like, well, you can actually keep this one, and they'll send you a box to send the old Joy-Cons back in. And they never did, but I got my new Joy-Cons, so I have two sets of Joy-Cons now.
Well, they're supposed to. Whenever that thing ships, they're supposed to, put a hold on your account, your pay, going like, hey, send this back, and then we'll unhold it after 10 days. Well, they have to send it first.
Yeah, they never did anything like that. I basically got to keep my old Joy-Cons with like zero repercussions. I would have done it if they fucking gave me the box to send it back in, but they never gave me a box. So I'm like, okay, it's probably coming in later, and then later never came.
Yeah, that's all I want to say about that. All right, time for what have been people playing.
So the Switch eShop has a sale going on right now.
Sure is.
for a ton of different games. And right now, what I'm playing, believe it or not, is Resident Evil 5 is on sale on the Switch eShop for like $15.
Does
Now,
that
Resident
game
Evil
look
5 is
good
not.
on the Switchy stop?
It's okay. It looks better than the original release on 360 and PS3. I think stability is like worse, but people who have played the game longer than me are like, no, it's the exact same performance as it was on Xbox 360 and PS3, at least in handheld. And when it's docked, it runs pretty consistently without any hiccups. But it's still a fun game. I mean, $15. RE5 is not like my favorite Resident Evil game, but it's fun.
It's the best one.
I disagree with that. I think 4 is the best one, but to me, the best version of Resident Evil 4 is on Steam. And if you play any other version, it's the worst version.
Does that
Right.
Switch version have multiplayer?
Yeah.
Cool.
It still has the multiplayer. It still has the versus mode that Capcom tried to do that didn't really take off. I haven't tried to play it yet because it's not good, but Mercenaries mode is still there, which is cool. And it has all the expanded characters that came in the Gold Edition originally. Honestly, like I just bought it to play Mercenaries mode because it's so fucking good in Resident Evil 5. Oh my god. If you haven't played Resident Evil 5, the Mercenaries mode is like the best part of that game. It's so fun. I could fucking play Mercenaries all day. I don't give a shit.
All right. So you've been playing RE5. I played maybe one new game. Me and Wasabi have been playing PSO2.
Fuck, I forgot to download that. I'm gonna download it right now.
Yeah, we've been playing PSO2 and a certain other rodent showed up.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That's cool, man. How's Mr. Hammy Ham doing? Well, I don't know why I'm asking. He's on the fucking chat all the time. He's doing fine. I know.
Yeah. I mean, a hamster, he's running around his wheel, drinking water from whatever that thing is, getting a nice tan down there, all that stuff.
Yeah. I was trying to teach these guys the intricacies of PSO2. It's not something you can just jump into and be like, "Well, I know everything." It's one of those games where fucking if you haven't been playing for 10 years, you're gonna have a bad time. Not a bad time, but there's things you can fuck up, like the mag feeding. There's a very specific way to build shit in that game where you can fuck it up pretty easily. Not in a way that you can't get back, but yeah, I don't know. That game's bad,
the game
but
sound less and less appealing every time you talk about it. For a game you love, you don't really support it that much.
like I keep saying, it's a terrible game that I love though. So I don't know. That's all I played.
That's all you played was PSO2?
That's all I played. So
and also, like I've been playing, Xenoblade, which is still good. I still love it.
I also played a lot of Xenoblade. You know what's annoying?
What?
Did you get to the Gemmer?
Yes. I unlocked him a while ago, but I didn't go to check him out until after I just finished the Ether Mines. I didn't go check him out until after I did that, and it's a pain in the ass. I do not like the crafting system. It's kind of annoying.
The Ether Mines were annoying, but at least you can go in there and wreck shit up, and you can lose a lot of time with that. The only thing I hate about that whole thing was like, to you, to me, to you, to me, to you, to me. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, the fucking dialogue is super annoying. That's why, like, whenever I do gem crafting, I turn everything down. I just listen to some music or a podcast. I wait till I have like a fuckload of materials and just do it all in one go. So I spend like 20 minutes just crafting gems, but I have a podcast or something in the background. I know as I talk about it, Xenoblade sound less appealing than it is, but it is a good game.
It is a really good game. It's a game that you can just lose your mind into. You can start running and slashing things, and everyone's basically in their swimsuits going around slashing shit. It's great.
Yeah, for you, maybe. I put everyone in cool armor.
I put everyone in not armor.
Yeah, I saw your stream, Mr. Pervert. Every episode's a beat episode.
Oh, it's great. And then
you run around naked.
No, you can't run. It's a Nintendo game, of course not. At least, I mean, they got lucky with Xenoblade 2. At least everyone can run around in swimsuits, and they were like, "Oh boy, this is great, great content, everyone." You gave everyone what they wanted.
Xenoblade is good. I love it. If you have a Switch, you really should own Xenoblade 1 and 2 and Torna.
I do. I own. I mean, they're fantastic game. Even if you're going for like a long trip, like RPGs are good for like if you have 3 hours on a bus going somewhere or
Yeah.
whatever. You gotta,
It's
you know.
just annoying because it does that RPG thing I don't like, where it drip feeds like the mechanics to you. So you play for the first like 4 hours, like, is this all I can do? And then out of nowhere, it's like, oh, here's some like game changing mechanic that's going to be a major thing for the rest of the game. We waited 5 hours to give it to you.
My problem is it. Okay, I played these games and I get it. This is not my. I just wish there was a way to say light tutorial. Like it just carries it on so much.
And it's a big, yeah, it's true, and a big part of it is because the tutorial is like implemented into the story. So literally, like, you're unlocking these mechanics as like the game explains them to you in the story, which doesn't make sense the way I describe it. But trust me, it's fucking annoying, and it's a thing JRPGs just do. So you spend the first like 4 hours, 5 hours, like with a very like vanilla system until the game starts introducing stuff to you. And it's a problem with a lot of JRPGs. So it's not exclusive to the Xenoblade games, but once you get over that hump, it's really really good.
Yeah, it's just a little annoying when it says to you, to me, to you, to me, and forgive me, Father, I have sinned. I've been playing Persona 5 Royal.
Persona 5 Royal's good though. I love it.
No, 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 that's not the problem. I played it on that other site, and I'm never gonna do that again.
What are you talking about?
I'm not gonna mention it, but I went to another site and I got screamed the N word and the F word over and over again because I'm a horrible human being.
Ah, Jesus. Fucking people. Well,
Oh
fuck
yeah,
those people.
yeah. But I'm not. Uh, that game starts off really weird.
Persona 5, yeah, it does.
It's I didn't know it would start off like that. I mean,
I mean, it starts off the same way Persona 5 does, just a couple little extra
yeah,
bits sprinkled in there.
it's definitely extra. I mean, it makes sense. I'm not saying it doesn't. It's just the way it starts is like I wouldn't have gone that way, but whatever.
And that's also another game that takes forever to like open up. Like you have to play that game for like 8 hours before it like actually
But you
lets
know
you
what I do
play.
appreciate that there is like a super speed mode. You can just
Yeah,
speed everything through.
yeah.
I
Oh, it
appreciate.
does like the Final Fantasy X or
No,
12 thing.
No,
way the
you speed
story's
the
told.
whole thing.
Yeah, if you just like hold the start button, it just like fast forwards through like cutscenes and stuff.
Yeah, just everything. Also, is there no SP stuff anymore for your Persona? Is that gone?
What do you mean?
Every time you took a turn, it cost you some points. Is that gone? I didn't see it
I
in
have
the
no idea
original.
what you're talking about.
In the original
Is it
game, when you
stack
took
ailment?
yeah, in the original game, you had so many turns into a like a dungeon before you ran out of those points to do something.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It may not be.
It's I mean, it's not like a system like that. I mean, it's still like
Well, you
play
had
the
to go to
dungeon by
you
the
had to go to
gate.
the lady to get the patches, so you can. It was SP points or AP points.
Oh, so like those. Well, there's those patches. Like every turn, you get like SP healed,
Right,
but there's no like detriment that like takes them away from you. At least it's
right.
not.
As the first game, the first few of those, you couldn't really go through the match with one. You couldn't just grind it out. You had to
Oh,
like
I see what you mean. Yeah. It's still like that. Like it's still kind of tricky to get through the dungeon because you can't buy those SP adhesives from the medical lady. But if you download, there's this pack you can download that gives you all the DLC that was in Persona 5 for free for Royal, and one of the items is an item that makes your SP skills cost 25% less. So that'll help carry you through until you can get those patches from what's her name?
Right. I mean,
Yeah,
that game
and
takes
now,
a while.
yeah, and now you can find these will seeds that if you find all three of them, you unlock a special treasure. And every time you find one, it restores your SP a little bit. So that helps. I was able to go through the first dungeon in like one sitting when the game let me do it. Because
Okay.
I was able to find those will seeds, and I had those items backing me up too. So it's definitely possible with what they've added until you get those patches.
I mean, I mean, it's Persona. It's coming to PC one day because whatever that PC gamer show. Prepare to be disappointed.
I would like not hold my breath for that. I've been waiting for Persona 5 to come to PC forever, and it still hasn't
I,
happened.
I want Persona 3 and 4 to come to PC. Not because I don't want 5 to come, but it's just those people are assholes.
I mean, it is a Sega joint now, right?
Yeah, I mean it totally can, but I feel like PC the first time around, everyone's screaming for Switch, you dumbass. It's because people are hedging their bet on the PC Gamer show, the PC Gamer Present thing. I'm like, fuck off, all of you. Enjoy your Euro Truck Simulator expansion. Go to hell.
I mean, if it comes to PC, I'm not going to be upset. I'd rather have it on Switch, though, if I'm being honest.
I'd rather have it on Switch as well.
Yeah. But we'll see what happens. I mean, Sega's been pretty good porting PC games. Speaking of which,
Can I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Raven, you fucking like you hate when ports happen on any other platform except the Switch. You're like, man, I hope this comes to Switch. But like if something comes to Xbox, you're like, why didn't you play it already, assholes?
Yeah, why don't they play it already? Kingdom Hearts was already on PS2, and it got ported to the PS3. Why didn't they play it already? Maybe people don't think like me.
That's all I had to say. You're the biggest
I mean,
Nintendo fan on the planet.
Hey, I would buy Persona 5 on PC if it came out on there. It's not happening, but I would.
Could happen.
I mean, that would be nice, but exactly when
There
it does
was a
happen.
real period of time where Japan realized that they had an audience on PC and just fucking started bringing like all sorts of shit, like Dead or Alive and like
I'm
all those
just
fighting games and shit like that.
I'm just saying, like, Nier Automata was on PC and on PS4. That's all you needed. Why did it have to come to the Xbox? It's on the two platforms that matter.
Okay,
It didn't need to go anywhere else. You could play it on the
go
two
on.
platforms that
And
matter.
they wanted to make money by selling it to people on Xbox, so that's why it's
Yeah,
on Xbox.
but the Xbox people are dumb. They could have just played it on PC and shut the fuck up instead of they clung to this idiotic thing. And what happened? They ported it and everyone got sad.
I mean,
Now
doesn't it
what?
run like shit on PC? Wasn't that a big issue with it?
Well, they should have patched it more better then. How dare you bring out something that's a piece of garbage?
Well, that's it. That's all I had to. That's all I had to say. Go on.
I mean,
Anyway, well, not really a port. I got the hiccups. Origin is putting a ton of games over to Steam now that weren't on Steam before.
we're going to gaming news?
I mean, and it's not really news, but
Okay.
something I noticed that's really cool.
Can you I know can you name all 25? Is that possible?
Fucking absolutely not. I know Dragon Age 2 is on there.
Okay.
I have it up actually. I did have this in the news, but
Oh, you did?
yeah. Well,
I didn't
we
see
can do it now.
Oh yeah, I do want to do it now because like that's cool as shit. And I already bought like Plants vs Zombies and Dragon Age 2, so that's
Battle for Neighborville.
Yeah, which came and fucking went. Like no one. I don't even know that was out yet.
They should have just made that one free.
The
Battle for Neighborville
They did this along with Command and Conquer Remastered. They just ended up putting a bunch of shit on there. So Dragon Age 2 and Inquisition is on there. Uh, Need for Speed 2016 is on there. Need for Speed Heat, Need for Speed Rivals, Burnout Paradise Remastered. $5 on there. Get it now.
Yeah, and they're all on sale right now too. So like that's fucking dope.
Yeah. Unraveled, Mirror's Edge Catalyst, Unraveled 2, Sea of Solitude, Fee, Fo Fum, Dragon Age, I think, yeah, I think that's it. I think there's a lot more like some of the indie stuff they're doing, and also they're bringing EA Origin or EA Access to Steam as well. Though they're not doing that yet. They're saying that's going to happen later in the summer. So, yeah,
I mean, it's
surprisingly,
fucking
but like
yeah.
Mass Effect still not there.
Which pisses me off because I had to Mass Effect. So here's the thing that pisses me off about Mass Effect on EA Origins: the game itself, Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 go on sale all the time.
Yeah,
But the DLC does not. Oh, excuse me. Very rarely does a DLC go on sale, and it drives me fucking nuts. I had to buy it because when I built my PC, EA was having a deal. Like they had like a Mass Effect bundle for something like $10. And I was like, fuck yeah, I get Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 and all the DLC. Hell yeah. I bought that up, installed it, and I was like, oh, the DLC is all separate because of course it is. I had to wait another year for that shit to go on sale before I bought it. I was pissed.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up. Yeah, I don't know why they're kind of just picking and choosing what they're putting on here, but yeah, I thought Battlefield was on here too, but I guess not.
I mean,
Anthem's
good on
not
them,
on
man.
here.
EA Origins is a fucking nightmare. Like I hate using it.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
It's not that great either, though. It's annoying as
Yeah.
hell. Like, they do like manipulative stuff like that. You know, putting the game on sale but leaving the DLC at full price. Like seriously, if I bought the DLC, it would have cost more than it. If I bought the DLC at the time, it would have cost more than what I paid for all 3 games.
Yeah, so I don't know if you've been itching for fucking EA games and didn't want to go through Origin.
Oh.
Does this make you install Origin anyway? Like
I think sometimes you buy EA games or sometimes you buy games from other places. They make you sign in differently.
I know
like they'll have a little thing.
Ubisoft still makes you go through the Uplay launcher.
That's why I refuse to buy anything from Ubisoft on PC ever.
But even all the old games, EA's old games still make you go through Origin.
I feel like they'll just let you log into Origin and that's it. I feel like it's a dialogue thing that says, hi, log into your Origin account. I don't think EA would actually go like, here's Origin, run these 2 applications. It's always a bad idea. Always a bad idea. Oh, hello?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like we have to buy some of these games.
I already have these.
Yeah, I have most of them on Origin too. That's why, that's another reason I brought it up. I started playing Dragon Age again.
I wanted to get back into Inquisition.
No one respects the Inquisition. Good game.
So funny story. When Inquisition came out, a buddy of mine was like really into it. He was all excited for it. He's a huge Dragon Age fan. And I was like, is Dragon Age good? And he's like, yeah, go pick it up. So I went and I figured, okay, I still have some time till Inquisition comes out. It was like another couple months. So I figured I'll buy Dragon Age 1, Dragon Age 2, play through those, and play Inquisition. I have like 30 hours in Dragon Age 1 just from playing it to a certain point, dropping it, and then starting over as I forgot what the fuck I was doing. I have yet to finish Dragon Age 1 or even start Dragon Age 2, and I'm pissed about it. Because, like, I do like them. You know, they're good games. They're really good RPGs. I don't know what it is, dude. Like, the Steam fucking... I run out of Steam, like, partway through it, and I can't finish them.
Oh, boy. No,
Yeah.
if EA is good with Origin and the way they do their Steam releases, I'm just glad Steam games are back on Steam. I mean, EA games are back on Steam. The way it
Yeah.
should be.
Well, most of them at least. Well, they did also say that all of their upcoming releases are going to be on Steam as well. So I don't know why they didn't. If they're going to do that, they should have just put everything they have on Steam.
Here's a little bit of anecdote. Guess what's on the Epic Store?
What?
Jedi Fallen Order.
Get the fuck out of here, really?
Yeah, it just got on there. It was like, new Jedi Fallen Order, $40. I'm like, you whores.
I want to play Jedi Fallen Order because, like, I'm a huge like
whores.
Star Wars slut, but
yeah,
I can't.
no. I played it. I am like, no, I'm done with this.
It's not that like it looks hard or anything. So I'm not a fan of like that Dark Souls style of
No,
gameplay.
you can definitely adjust it down. It's just I'm so used to faster games, and when something has to slow down, that was the problem with driving. I thought it would be like gas, 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 step on the gas, and it was more like, oh, this shit is slow as fuck. Yeah, Jedi Fallen Order is like driving, really slow.
I mean, I kind of want to watch you drive now.
No,
Driving the speed limit is too slow for you.
no, it's not that. I just thought I thought it would be. I thought the reactions would be a lot faster. No, I got like minutes, not seconds. I got minutes. I don't got like split second decisions. It's like I could take my time with all this shit.
Like, and that's how I feel with Fallen Order. Like, I want to play it, but it looks too slow to be like fun to me.
It
Maybe
is.
maybe one day when it's on sale, I'll pick it up and I'll regret waiting
So
to play it. But
I
it
don't think
doesn't
that
look.
game runs very good on PlayStation.
I heard it doesn't run that well. Like, period.
Yeah.
It's a really good game, but I don't think it runs very good. And that's the other problem. Like, I don't want to play this because I feel like it's not running like an old DOS game or an old game on a PC that can't handle it, but it's not running the way I think it should run. I'm just saying it doesn't.
I mean, have they tried fixing it yet? Because I was told there's going to be a couple patches coming out, but
Yeah, there was one on my birthday. They gave me a birthday patch, and I'm like, yep, this is still fucked.
I just hope you know the word birthday patch out of context sounds really sexy.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what they did. They gave me a birthday patch. Birthday patch. Birthday patch. I'm like, yeah, I need more of these. It was Star Wars Day, so they gave me a birthday patch, and I was not happy about it. Made the game run worse.
You guys play anything else?
No.
Yeah, not really.
I've been playing Animal Crossing. The lion moved out, and now I have a squirrel and a kangaroo.
You've been playing that game for a lot for a game you were talking shit about earlier.
I fucking hate this game, but I need to play it every day.
Oh god, if that's not the perfect description of addiction, I don't know what is.
I fucking need all of this in my life. I need to buy all the dresses. Today I'm wearing a cowboy hat and some shorts and a plaid shirt. I look cute as fuck.
Oh, another game I did play. I forgot to mention. A buddy of mine bought Maneater. I went over to his place and played it for a little bit. It's pretty fun. I was surprised how much fun I had with it.
Tell me about the Maneater. Did they work hard?
It's a lot of fun. It's like an arcade style shark RPG. And you could like level up by eating people. There's certain aspects you can get to mutate your body so you get better stats. It's pretty cool. Like, it's really arcadey. It doesn't take itself seriously. That's why I like it so much.
Can you tell me
And the
about?
game. Oh,
Tell me about the electric shark.
oh, we did not get that far. I played it with them for like one afternoon, but we're having a lot of fun. There's this alligator that kept killing us, so we managed to fuck him up, get strong enough to fuck him up before I left. But it's pretty dope. Like, we were playing through it, and I'm like, this is a lot more fun than it has any right to be. And the game, when it released, it was a budget game. It only released for like $40, so I think it's worth picking up. Only reason why I haven't played it yet is I'm playing like a million other things right now. But that's a lot of fun. It's got my seal of approval from the little bit I played of it. Anyone else play anything new?
No, I played Persona 5 and I played that and I played a little bit Fortnite and I try to play one thing new. Like I picked up Persona for $45 and I'm really really happy with it. And besides playing with my new computer and the keyboard that lights up that you have to press the function key for, no one would figure that out. No, nothing really. Now it's time for my favorite part, what everyone comes here for. Gaming news.
I love it. I love it. So you wanna do the honors of reading off our news stories? Yo, you there? Can you hear me?
Yes. You talking to me, right?
I'm talking to both of you.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I don't know. I thought Raven was do it because he introduced it like he was gonna do it. Anyway, so this first one comes to us from Jason Schreier of Bloomberg. This is his first Bloomberg posting. So, and it's a doozy, man.
Oh yeah.
So Take-Two canceled Star Theory Games' contract and tried to poach their staff. If you don't know who Star Theory Games is, they're the guys that Take-Two contracted to create the Kerbal Space Program 2 game, the sequel to Kerbal Space Program. And so like I was chronologically confused about in what order these events took place. So I kind of laid this out in what I think is the order that this happened in. So, back in 2017, Take-Two purchased the rights to Kerbal Space Program, and they contracted Star Theory Games to make a sequel. And then the founders of Star Theory were like, "Hey, maybe we should actually sell our company to Take-Two, and it'll be like a win-win for us."
Yeah.
But
It's not a bad idea from a business perspective.
yeah, but I think Take-Two just they couldn't negotiate the deal. They couldn't come to an agreement with the terms and conditions that they wanted. So they were like, "No, we're just gonna remain separate. We'll just do our contract and then we're done."
Right.
So if you remember last year, Kerbal Space Program 2 was announced at Gamescom.
Mm-hmm.
And people went crazy, like, "Oh shit, Kerbal Space Program!" Like that game is huge.
Game.
Like,
yeah, it's a huge meme game, but it's actually got some meat to it.
yeah, well, it's even officially endorsed by like NASA and like a bunch of like companies just like endorse it as like, yeah, this actually the physics here is spot on.
I didn't fucking know any of that. That's cool as hell.
Yeah.
Bad for a little indie game.
Let's see if I'm not forgetting stuff here. They so after they announced it, Take-Two was like, "Hey, let's extend this contract for or let's extend the deadline for another 6 months, and you guys can add new content." And that kicked off a new round of contract negotiations. Now here's a lot where I'm confused.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't. So December. So that was late last year. They extended their contract. December 6, 2019, employees of Star Theory Games each received the same unusual recruitment message over LinkedIn, informing them that KSP2 was being pulled from their studio and encouraging them to apply at Take-Two's new development studio, Intercept Games. So pretty much, Take-Two was like, hey, we... Maybe they were like upset that they couldn't buy Star Theory. So they were like, hey, if you're not going to just join us, then we're going to make a new studio and we're going to take your game from you and give it to our new studio. But that's what confuses me. Like, are they not entitled to some compensation for like breaching their contract?
Well, isn't it always when you breach a well, I got two theories. If it's, can I give the WWE theory?
Oh
Yeah.
Jesus! Let's hear it.
Let's get the
The
WWE theory.
The WWE theory is if WWE cancels your contract, you're just out. Fuck you. Bye. So if the company cancels the contract, you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Yeah, it all depends on how the contract's written, but if it's Take-Two writing it, I would honestly not be surprised if they had like some stipulation that they can just cancel their contract at any time.
Because WWE doesn't have to honor anyone's contract by expiring. They can cut it. They can cut you loose anytime they want. But even if they do, you're still beholden to them.
So
It's still fucking shitty though. Goddamn, that's fucked up.
yeah. So
Is
like
someone
after they
still
got
working on
that,
Kerbal 1?
I don't. I mean, it still gets like updates. It's still a Take-Two. Take-Two still owns that game, so
Right, but is
I
there
would
someone
I would
still working on
imagine.
Kerbal?
I don't think so. I think that game's mostly done. I mean, that game didn't really get that many updates in the past anyway, so I don't say in the past, but there's like a complete edition out now that has everything.
Mm-hmm.
So but yeah, so after they got that message, they were like, "Oh shit, man, like this is confusing." Uh and they held like an emergency meeting like, "Hey, this is what Take-Two's doing. It's pretty fucked up, but look, don't panic guys because we got some money in the bank to last us a couple months. We can just push this game out and then get back to business." But some of the
Did
employees were like, "What?"
did I was just saying, did they over budget? Who over budget? Or did Take-Two give them too
I don't
little
think they were
money
over budget. I don't think they were over budget at all. I
or
think
under
they
budget?
for so what it says in the article, or at least what they said that the studio leads at Star Theory were saying to the employees, where they kept saying that everything was fine. They kept saying like, no, 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 we're good. We can just push this out. We got enough money to just like, it seems like the extension they got was just like, hey, we're gonna extend this, and you guys could just make the game better. It wasn't like, hey, we need to extend this because it's fucked. It was more like, no, no, take your time and just give you a bit more time to just polish everything, get more content. So
It also depends on how the money was divvied up. Like for their work, were they paid in like one lump sum at the start of the contract, or are they on like a salary basis from Take-Two?
yeah,
Because yeah, there's a lot of details about the contract I don't know about.
Right.
But it's still a shitty thing to like, even if legally they were in the clear, it's still shitty to like cancel that contract and then like send a message to the employees like, hey, come work for Take-Two. That's fucked up.
yeah. So they continued working on the game just to get it out and
Yeah.
meet the contract deadline. But people started leaving. People started taking up the offer to join Intercept Games. And after about a dozen of Star Theory's and 30 employees left, By January, the remaining team had a plan in place. Each employee would spend the next 2 months brainstorming new ideas and building prototypes. Then they would pitch the best ones to publishers at the Game Developers Conference in mid-March, in the hope of securing a new deal. The annual conference is always full of publishers looking to make investments on indie studios with proven track records. And of course, you know what happened with that. Fucking GDC was canceled, so they didn't get to do that. On March 4th, Star Theory shut down.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
It looks like this is going to happen. Rumor. It's a rumor. Take it with a grain of salt. Persona 4 Golden to release on Steam on June 13th. Good. Do that. Yes, I approve of this. Please do that.
Anyway, Wasabi.
No, seriously, they should just do that. That makes total sense. I would shove my dick in my PC so hard and fuck that. That would be great. Yes, do that, please. All right, that's it. Next story.
Oh, Jesus. No. Anyway, point is, Take-Two is shitty, and it's a really shitty thing to do. Even if they had like legal right to do so, to poach their employees and basically force the company to close down. That's awful. That's fucking awful.
And it even just puts the employees at a weird situation because it's like, okay, do I like stick with my guys or do I and like have an uncertain future, or do I leave and join this big corporation who's going to have a future?
Exactly, and that's what's shitty about it. Like all those guys, those programmers probably have like families or like student loan debt to pay off, bills to pay. Like, they can't afford to like wait it out, and it's God, that fucking sucks. That fucking sucks on Take-Two. Shame on them to put those people in that position. And it sucks to start there.
I feel like companies do this all the time, but we just don't hear about it.
Maybe not that aggressively though. Like,
no, not that aggressively, but I feel like they do this a lot.
I mean, most of them are like EA. They have the decency to like buy them out, make a deal, and then shut down the studio.
Yeah, but I feel like this is a Take-Two problem that they do.
I've never heard of them doing anything like this before.
No, but it just seems like you're screwing over the project that you would want. Like, if those Kerbal people, I'm sure they're very good at what they do. They could have just let the Kerbal and let it go.
I mean, it depends if, like, the money they would have lost, like, I'm sure the money they lost from the project stopping for God knows however long to get the employees back on track is less than the money they would have lost. They went out, they negotiated a proper contract, like a fair contract, and that was probably the cheapest option, was to shut the game down for a little bit while they like strong arm them into a job.
I feel like they wanted to renege on their deal that they had with Kerbal 2.
It's awful. It's fucking awful, and I hope the best for like everybody, but you're just saying Star Theory like had to shut down, so it's like it's shitty, but it worked. That's awful.
Also, there's a banner for Persona 4 on Steam, so it's happening. Now everyone can be happy. It's on PC, where it should be.
I mean, I like Persona 4.
Yeah, I never got to play it because it was on PSP and PS2, where it should be, where it not should be. Now port it everywhere. Be a good little boy and port it everywhere.
You have like a really weird like idea of where games should and shouldn't go.
Yeah. I mean, somehow it's not coming to PS4, which is weird, but whatever. But those hardcore people probably have PCs, and I have an RTX 2060, so I'm like, come on, let's do this. I wait the loving arms of that happening, and it's trending on Twitter.
Anyway,
Xbox.
Yeah. gonna say
Xbox. That's not trending on Twitter at all.
Mhm.
This sounds backwards.
So I actually didn't know about this. So some guy posted on Reddit. He posted a picture of his Cyberpunk bundle, his Cyberpunk Xbox One X bundle,
Yeah.
and it had a
Is that
little
the $2,000
picture.
one?
Yeah,
Okay, that really expensive thing. Okay.
yeah, the limited edition, and in the picture it had a little message on it that said, uh, "No digital codes required. Everything included. All your digital content is included on the system." So I was like, well, that's weird. When did they announce? They didn't. I don't think they officially announced this. So it's called Digital Direct. Xbox
Doesn't
Digital
Nintendo does this?
Direct. What it is they're bundling. So if you buy a console bundle and it includes any digital content, if it includes a game, like if you buy a Forza bundle, or if you buy a Cyberpunk bundle, usually you would get a code. You would get a code you punch in to like redeem that game, or to redeem like whatever 12 months of Xbox Live Gold or Game Pass that it came with. But now they're not giving you any more codes. It is whatever that bundle comes with is locked onto that console. They said with Digital Direct, no codes are required. All digital content, including games, subscriptions, and exclusive content, will be redeemed to your Microsoft account and directly delivered to your Xbox console during setup.
I like how they're trying to spin it off as like a positive, like, oh, you don't need codes, but the game's like locked to your system.
You know what does this? You know who does the same thing?
Nintendo.
Yes.
But here's my concern though. Let's say like, the chance of this happening are probably super low. But let's say Xbox One X comes out, you get that Cyberpunk bundle. The system's like a lemon. They send you a replacement. What happens to that game?
Here's how
Well,
Nintendo.
so well, the thing is when you redeem it, it's on the console until you redeem it, and then it's locked to your account. So whatever account you put
That's
on
what I
the system first, yeah, is attached to the first Microsoft account that redeems it. So it transfers to your account once you set it up. But
Okay, so that's not as bad as I was thinking then. Well, that's fucking cool then. I like that. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't think codes were like that annoying, but
it goes two ways, because if you're the kind of person that likes to buy physical games, but you still like to have that, like that Cyberpunk console, it's like if you went and bought like the Xbox Gears 5 console, like it's a cool looking console. Maybe you just want that console,
Also, it's
but
$2,000.
but you want the game physically.
Also, it's $2,000.
Well, yeah, no one cares about like they have consoles that aren't $2,000.
This is a collector's item.
yeah,
They have consoles that aren't $2,000 though. Like this is
Right,
not
but
just that console. It's all of them, everything.
It sounds
Like I would imagine they're gonna carry this into Series X as well.
I feel like this is more of a consumer friendly thing because games take a while to download. You just hop in it and you just go.
well,
Well, it still
that's
has to
true.
download.
Yeah,
That's
it's to download
true.
that patch, but still the game is on there and you can go.
As true as that is, though, my concern is like being a collector. You're buying this collector's edition system. You can't exactly collect a digital download. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I hate when like collector stuff comes with digital things because then
but also if you're a collector, you're not gonna take the thing out of the box anyway. You're not gonna play it.
that's fair.
Well, that's
You
what I
know,
was saying. Like if you did, like if you wanted to play it, like if you got that Gears 5 white console with the spray on it, you'd be like, man, it's a good looking console, but I like my games physically, so I bought a physical copy of Gears 5, and I don't want the digital one it came with, so I'm gonna like sell it or give it to a friend you can't really do that anymore. You're just
Yeah,
stuck
you
with.
No,
can't do that.
if you buy the Cyberpunk Xbox, you're buying it to play Cyberpunk.
Well, for now, yeah, but we're talking more like the future,
Right.
you know.
Well, I think the idea is Cyberpunk will always be on that console because it's a Cyberpunk console.
Yeah, but
So
it's not
if
just
it,
Cyberpunk. It's all
if
other
it
games
locks
though, not
if
just.
it locks your account, does that mean Cyberpunk's off that system?
Yeah, it transfers to your account. So
Okay, because how Nintendo does it is it's tied to that Wii or whatever forever. They don't do
yeah,
that anymore. It was
I think the way
tied to it.
Nintendo did it was bad.
Yeah, like when
Like
you also
this,
you
at
can
least
only
you
have
can
2 accounts per game.
on Xbox.
No, on Switch. You can only have 2 accounts at a time to run games on at the same time.
Nintendo's fucked up. I wouldn't.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
They're
yeah.
not the golden standard for.
yeah.
I
Nintendo's
I'm
fucking
not
bad.
saying that this is bad or anything, but also Fallout 4 was on disc, because GameStop said if you're going to sell bundles, they have to come with disc in because they wanted people to sell the game back. Maybe GameStop gave up the ghost on that, on the whole here's a disc thing. Because
I
when I
mean,
bought my Xbox, Titanfall was a card that you showed up to the Connect and it literally went like, here you go.
I
I don't
mean,
think.
GameStop's not exactly in a position to bargain anymore.
Yeah, that's what I was
It
gonna
never
say.
was
Like I
in a
don't.
position to bargain anymore.
I mean, they were when they were the only place to like buy games, but now that digital distribution's a thing, Amazon's a thing, GameStop. Can I sell my GameStop, or can I sell my game at GameStop? Is not a concern for most developers anymore. And I'm all for it. Like fuck GameStop. If they wanted to stay in business, they should have changed at the times, but they didn't.
So Persona 4 will have de novo anti-piracy, so fuck this game.
You're reading a bunch of rumors, and you don't know for sure if it's happening.
No, it's happening. It's
Yeah,
happening. It's I will stake my my OnlyFans on it that I don't have.
I will see if it happens, and you can fucking say I told you so. But I don't.
Well,
No.
we'll find out on next week's show, and I'm going to take a victory lap, and then I'm going to be dancing all night.
There you go. But you know what is happening though? Fucking Kingdom of Amalur is getting a remake, which I did not expect to happen at all.
Okay, this is the game where a baseball dude funded a studio in Rhode Island. Rhode
Yeah.
Island government came in to save this game, and EA published it.
Yeah, basically, you got it. And when the game did poorly, the Rhode Island government sued him, but they couldn't find it. They couldn't prove in court that he did this maliciously. It was just ineptitude and a bad investment.
And the game was Rich Gallup was on this game, and he didn't want to talk about it at all. Remember Wasabi?
I don't know anything about this game, so.
What? Really? Dude, I
Yeah,
love
this game. I have it. I could never like. I always tried to play it. Like at least 3 times I tried to play it. I always stopped at the same point, the end of the tutorial when you get out the cave or whatever.
All right.
But I'm definitely gonna try this when it comes out, though.
I mean,
I don't know.
here's the thing.
Grant Kirkhope was on the soundtrack, which I didn't. I had no idea.
It's a solid game, man. Like, so here's some. So I'm gonna drop some names here. So the game had writing from R.A. Salvatore, who's written a ton of shit for Dungeons and Dragons. He also wrote some stuff for the EverQuest games. The artwork was done by God damn it, what's his name? Shit, the guy who did Spawn, Todd McFarlane. So the artwork is beautiful. and the game has a free-flowing combat or a free-flowing RPG system. So you don't pick like a route you go through. You can kind of put points in whatever you want. It's kind of like, if you ever played Mass Effect Andromeda, you know how that the RPG system works on that game, where you can
Great
swap
game.
between I wouldn't say great, but I love the RPG system in it. It's very similar to that, but I think a lot better.
Why did I think this was
fun.
coming to Switch? It's not. It's coming to PS4, PC, and Xbox One.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not come to Switch. But I'm excited for it because I do like the game. And the thing that's got me the most excited is when I was reading, it's not just going to have better graphics, it's going to have a refined combat system, which I thought the combat system was fine. It was kind of reminded me of God of War. So I can't wait to see what they do to refine it, fix up some of the technical issues that made the game really annoying to play with all the DLC included. Like, I'm down for it. I'm excited for it. My only concern is, like, I already own Kingdoms of Amalur on PC, so, like, am I getting a free upgrade? Am I having to buy the game again? But we'll see what happens.
I'll buy it again. Like, I don't know. It'll probably have like a discount if you already own it.
Yeah, I don't mind buying it again. It's a fun game. And the whole time I was playing it, the only thing I can think is this game is pretty good. But if it got a sequel, they can really fix some of the issues that the game had. And I think a sequel could be a masterpiece. They did it right. So hopefully, my hope is that this game comes out, it does well, and it does well enough to get a sequel.
I think I did have issues with how the game was running on PC. I think that's why I didn't play it.
Really,
it ran fine, but I think it was the way the text scaled at high resolution. Like, if you ran it at high resolution, everything was fucking tiny and unreadable.
I never had that issue, but I only ran it at 1080p, so maybe that's why.
Yeah,
but
I think that's what the issue was.
It's a fun game, and if this remaster does well, my hope is that we get a sequel, because I think Kings of Amalur is it's a fun, like, really original game that I want to see more of, and we'll hopefully, fingers crossed, if it does well, we'll get to see that. I'm probably, I'm gonna fucking download it right now and play it, because I want to play
Kingdom of Amalur, very good stuff.
Re-Reckoning is just a great name.
Well, if Rich Gallup is nowhere near this, then we'll hear a lot about it.
Why do you hate Rich Gallup?
I don't. Every time they're like, hey, you want to talk about Kingdom of Amalur? I have no comment. Fuck off then! Every time you come to E3, he'll talk about something, and he was like, I have no comment. And I'm like, well, that's why your little fucking thing failed, because you have no comment!
Well, it also failed because he's like, didn't know how to run a fucking company. So there's a big problem with Kingdom of Amalur is that the game ran through so much money. That game cost like $75 million to make, and it does not look like a $75 million game.
Yeah, that game was money.
The company ended up going to court because they felt like, a lot of investors felt like, you guys like frauded us. There's no way you spent this much money on this game. And they're able to prove, we did spend this much money on a game. We're just incompetent. We don't know how to fucking spend money or manage a team.
Right.
Like, that was rolled in court. It was just straight up incompetence. There was nothing malicious here. They weren't trying to pull money away from investors. They just didn't know what they were doing.
It's
actually kind of funny. It's really funny.
The game's good. The game's good. That's all.
The game is fun. It's not like a $75 million game, but it's fun. I like it.
Well, they got their budgets under control. They probably could have, but at that price, it's hard to break even.
Yeah.
At that price, it's hard.
Yeah. And it's not even like it all came out of their pocket. Like, a big chunk of it was put in from investors, specifically from the state of Rhode Island, and that's what caused the whole lawsuit. The mayor of Rhode Island sued them on behalf of the state because he felt like they frauded them out of this money, and they purposely and maliciously siphoned funds from the game to line their own pockets. But that's not what happened. They just didn't know how to run a fucking company and make a game.
Right.
So a lot of money into bullshit.
Clef5 in the chat says that this was supposed to be an MMO, and it
Yep.
looks like it.
Yes.
It
Yep.
looks
It
like
started out
very
as an
much
MMO.
World of Warcraft.
Yeah, it's this high fantasy look like World of Warcraft. And it was supposed to be an MMO, and that didn't work out because they're like, oh, MMOs are super expensive. So they switched it to an RPG or a single player RPG. And so they got EA to help like publish it. And that's where most of the money went, was with getting this MMO that they could never do. And then they were like, okay, so here's what we'll do then. We'll make the main game and run an MMO. After this game does well, gets the universe out there to people, then we'll make an MMO based off that. And they were kind of working on that congruently. And then they're like, oh, we can't work on it at the same time. We're spreading ourselves too thin. Let's focus everything on the single player game. And that's where most of the money went. They just didn't know how to fucking manage the project.
Yeah, they needed to focus and say, this is what we're going to make.
Exactly. A big chunk of it was them like doing work, then starting over, then doing work and starting over again. I think the only thing that they had really was what the writing R.A. Salvatore did and the promotional work that Todd McFarlane helped do. But that was it. And I might be remembering this incorrectly. I read about this years ago, but
also those people were really expensive. So they
yeah.
really, even for baseball, dude, what are you doing?
Well, he was the one running the company. God damn it, what's his fucking name? He was a big baseball player. I can't remember.
And Rich Gallup was there.
Yeah. Point is, like, it got so bad, like I said, they were taken to court for it. And even the court found them, like, not guilty. Like, it wasn't malicious. It was just incompetence. And it took, like, 3 years in court to get that settled. Yeah, it happens. Like, I know it might not seem like it because so much money was lost, but that's what happens when you invest in something. You're taking a chance. And it sucks because, like, I feel like this game could have been something really cool. Like, the bit I played of it, it's a rough game, don't get me wrong, but there's a diamond in there somewhere, man. And that's what I was hoping. I was like, I hope this game does well enough that we can get a sequel and they can iron out some of these issues. And it never did.
Even a sequel, maybe the people who are working on this and looking at the code, because there are studios that fix up old games now. Literally, they go into like old MMOs and just go like, all right, let's patch this up to where it should be.
True, but the game wasn't really popular enough to get that, I think, is the problem. And it's more of like a cult game. And
Clef says it was Kurt Schilling was the baseball guy.
Kurt Schilling, that's it. Kurt Schilling. You're right, man. Thank you. That name was fucking bugging me. But yeah, apparently he's wanted to make a game forever, and it was his idea to get this company started, get this game going. He's the one who wanted to pick out R.A. Salvatore and Todd McFarlane to help him get the artwork done and the story done. Like, there was some passion put into this game. Like, he came from a place of like, I want to make a cool game. And the game is neat, like in the way it tells the story.
Well, he had to put his own money for the company and all that stuff to get off the ground. Like, this was a passion project.
Yeah, he put his own money in, and he knew the mayor of Rhode Island personally because he played baseball. He was a big baseball player, so the mayor's not going to say no to go see him. And that's when he worked out this deal that the state of Rhode Island would invest in his game, similar to how CD Projekt Red got, what was it? Fucking, oh goddamn, Sweden, I want to say, to invest in their game. I can't remember.
Yeah, but it's Sweden. They don't care where the money goes.
And when Rhode Island was out all this money, that's when they went after him, saying, "Oh, you fucked us over." And he's like, "No, I didn't do it on purpose." And that's what the court decided. He didn't do it on purpose, so he's not guilty. It's a really funny story, but
well, not every investment comes back with gold.
Yeah, and that's why, like, I don't. It sucks that it happened. The whole like state got fucked, but they didn't do it on purpose. It's just that's what happens when you invest in something,
right?
And hopefully, again, I know I keep saying it's not like a broken record, but hopefully, with this remaster, we can get the game, not the game they intended, but something close to it, better than what we got. And if it does well enough, I want to see a sequel to it, because a sequel, knowing the mistakes they made, to go back and fix them for a sequel, we can get something fucking awesome with this game.
I'm willing to bet this will sell more than this will sell better than the original. I mean, there's a lot more people. There's a lot more people playing games today than there were when this game came out.
True, but with the game though, it was pushed out by EA. Now, when that company went defunct, I think THQ bought them out, unless I'm wrong. Yeah, so
THQ
THQ
Nordic.
bought them out. So THQ is the one who's doing the remaster. And if there's a sequel, they'll be the ones doing the sequel. So we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Depends what, like, if they put it out on Switch. I think like Switch is like the killer. Like everyone wants a Switch port. If you put it on Switch, people are gonna buy it.
Yeah, and I don't think it'd be that hard to put it on Switch. You
Oh,
probably have
boo.
a remaster on there. You can probably just put the original game on Switch. Just fix
Yeah, but I feel like that this would be harder to do. You could do it, but
yeah,
I just hope some love and care goes into this. I hope they do that. All the work's pretty much done. Just we work with broken and make it better.
Yeah, and this is a personal note. I think the story's fucking cool. Like the idea of the story is that your character starts off dead, and some dwarves make this machine to bring you back to life. And in the story, the idea of like fate and destiny is like a tangible thing, like you can see. And since you came back from the dead, your fate technically doesn't exist. Like you're not in the grand scheme of the universe. So everything you do like throws a wrench into the grand universe plan. And I'm like, that's fucking punk as shit. I love that. Like every person you save, every person you kill, like you're just throwing a wrench in the grand machine of the universe, and I love that.
You know what game throws a grand machine in the puncture of the universe?
That's a great way of like summarizing what I said. Continue.
Persona 4.
Oh my god. I mean, if it happens, it happens. I'm not gonna say I don't want it to happen. I just don't.
It's happening. It's happening.
You know, just because something is trending on Twitter doesn't mean it's happening.
Oh no!
I like how you started this. I like how you started it by saying, "Hey, this is just a rumor. Take it with a grain of salt." Too, it's happening. It's happening. Oh my god! It's happening.
This is a rumor, so don't. Let's calm down. But it's happening, guys.
We got more. We got more. Oh no! Before it was a rumor, like that ain't happening. You guys are crazy. But no. It's happening.
Things have changed.
Oh, we saw a banner. We saw a Steam banner. It's in the Steam thing, in the backlogs.
I mean, if it happens, I'm not saying I don't want it to happen. If it happens, awesome. I want it to happen. I want it to happen really bad. I love Persona 4.
Oh no, I'm on this. I need this.
But I mean, we'll have to wait and see, man. It's just a rumor.
No. The Saturday they're gonna have that stupid show with the duck in it and what's her name?
What the hell are you talking about, man?
The PC Gamer show that I hate so much.
There's a duck at the Gamer show?
There was a Drake duck. There was a Drake duck, and he was the mascot for the PC Gamer Presents the PC Gamer show.
I feel like you're making that up.
No, it's true. He was there with this girlie that I can't remember her name at all. They did like PC questions, and then he went away. It was the Drake's Cakes duck.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay.
I know this is not in the rundown. This Saturday, there's a PC Game Presents PC Gamer show, and they're gonna show like 50 games that's pre-recorded.
I mean, that I can't wait to see. If it gets announced at that PC Gamer show, then yeah,
that was the plan, but that's not happening.
Well, how can you say it's like not happening if it's happening if it's still a rumor though? Like,
yeah, it's a rumor, but it's gonna happen.
Okay, we'll wait and see.
Okay, next story. Sorry, it's happening.
I mean, it is currently June 9th, 2020. Everyone remember this date? Everyone remember this date? If it happens, it happens. And Raven was calling it today.
I'm calling it today. I'm sticking a fork in it. Persona 4 is going to come on PC June 13th. This Saturday. To PC.
Okay.
On Steam.
You're saying it's launching on Steam, not even being announced officially that day.
It's going to be announced at the PC thing, launched on Steam that day. Persona 4 Golden. 4K.
But you know what you can get right now, though? itch.io is having a bundle.
Yeah.
racial justice and to fight for racial justice and equality, and it has over 1,000 games for $5.
I cannot wait to play Collateral Damage and be Cat.
It's $5, and this bundle has games like Bleed 1 and 2, Celeste, Cat Lateral Damage, Nuclear Throne, a bunch of other games you never fucking heard of. But I mean, it's $5, so fuck it. And any money you donate goes right to this. Goes right to this cause. So if you want to get some games while helping fight the good fight, you can absolutely go ahead and do that. And if you're like, oh, I want to give them more than $5. This is a cause that really speaks to me. Well, they got you, fam. Fucking, you can donate as much as you want. The limit's $5. If you want to give them 10, 20, 50, whatever, do it.
Now that I got a core. Oh, sorry for talking over you.
That's all right, man. I'm done.
Now that I got a Core i5, some of these games are low spec. I can't wait to check them out on my new PC.
I would argue all, or if not most of them, are low spec.
Well, I'm sure they're gonna run just fine.
Don't you have a fucking a real PC?
I do, but it's only for Persona 4.
Oh my god.
And Fortnite. That's it.
Switch and shoot. Like, this game looks cool.
Yeah.
One button shooter.
And Babysitter Bloodbath sounds amazing.
Super Rad Ray Guns on there too. That's a game that's been on my list forever.
I don't know. There's a lot. It seems like there's a lot of cool, just little games on here.
Yeah, and they're not all like video games. Like, I saw this one in here called Shattered. That's like an entire pen and paper RPG. So that'd be cool to check out.
Yeah, there's like some of them were books. Some of them were just like game making assets.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. And I mean, it's $5, man. If you don't even look at like most of it, you're just like, oh, I want to play something good. I mean, Bleed 1 and 2, Nuclear Throne, Celeste, already that's like, on top of that, Night in the Woods, already that's like 5 games, $1 each game. If you just want to play those, go ahead.
So I guess I have to play Bleed now because it says like that's the game.
It's a good game.
Bleed looks good.
No,
I liked it.
Yeah, I'm just saying the way you're talking about Bleed, I'm like, man, I gotta play some Bleed.
It looks cool, man. Like, I played a demo and it's pretty fun. I liked it.
I mean, Celeste is on here and you fucking hate that, so.
Well, it said that, if you can't climb the mountain, it's okay. I'm like, well, if you're gonna tell me it's okay, why don't you just call me the N-word and climb up the mountain?
What? Where does that correlate? I love. Where does that correlate? It's okay if you can't do it. It's so you tried your best. That's fine if you can't do it. Why don't you just call me the N-word then?
If it did, I would climb up that mountain.
Where does that correlate? How does like trying to be supportive and saying it's okay? It's okay to fail. That's how you learn. You grow as a human. It's like, oh, just call me the N-word then.
I'll climb up that mountain as fast as you can get me up there. I'm like, oh, what you say? Yoink.
Oh my god. I want to live in your brain for like a minute and see where you come to these conclusions.
I lived in the dark side of the internet for a day and I was not very happy.
Like, where did you go, man? Who hurt you?
A lot of people hurt me this week. A lot of people. They tickle my brain. Anytime I hear positivity, I go like, uh-oh, I did something bad.
You need to like talk to someone if you hear positivity and like your mind goes to N-word.
You're right.
Whenever I hear someone being positive and supportive, I don't think they're trying to call me a racial slur.
They're not. I'm just saying that they should just be a little bit less supportive. When they're too supportive, I'm like, oh, I done something bad.
Oh my god.
It's not, the thing is, the game's not even like, it's not being supportive to you. It's the character in the game that's going through shit and like telling herself like, I can do this, I can do this. Not,
So is
it's not
Celeste
talking
calling
to
herself forward?
no. Well, Celeste is the mountain,
Uh,
and the main character is Magdalene.
I thought
Magdalene.
Celeste was the main character. That shows how little
No,
I know about that.
yeah. Well, you got it now, so, or you're gonna have it. It is a phenomenal game, really.
It really is, and one day I will convince myself to go up that mountain.
Awesome. Well, I'll check it out then. So, like, everyone should go check it out. I mean, you get to fight the good fight and get a bunch of fucking games out of it too. And it costs you like pocket change. Check it out.
I bought it for $10 for reasons.
Yeah, I'll probably drop like 10 to 15 on it because, like, here's the thing, man. Like, they show you the average. They show you right here on the page that the average like donation is like $11, and I'm like, oh,
Oh,
if I get $5 for like a piece of
I
shit.
almost forgot. I picked up the Humble Namco bundle.
Oh,
Yeah, there was
Good.
a Well, I paid $10 for like Katamari Damacy, Tekken 7, which I'm like, I don't want to play Tekken 7. Especially when I
I
have all
already
the
have
characters on
Tekken.
PS4. You know, on PS4, I'm like, I don't want to play it. I don't
yeah.
have all the characters.
The bundle's over now, but it had like Tekken, Dot Hack GU, Katamari Damacy, God, what else? A Dark Picture, the game. What was it? Man of Medan was on
Yeah,
there.
That's Namco.
15. That was
Yeah,
15.
and Tales of Berseria was on there too, I think.
Yes, Terrace of Berseria, which I own twice now.
So like that's cool. Like I wish I had gotten into it, but like I saw it and I was like, I already own Tekken. I have no interest in playing Dot Hack. Although now that it's gone, I kind of wish I'd done it.
Yeah, well, I picked up all the games that I needed to. I'm like, oh, this is, Tekken on PC, like cool, okay.
I don't know if you
All right.
guys heard, but
Um,
my dog was drinking water. She's so cute. I love my puppy.
You need to send pictures of this dog, man.
I will. I got a million pictures. I'm gonna send some. I'm gonna send some right now.
Yeah, put them in the chat room. They can see it. Let's see this dog.
She's fucking adorable. I'm so happy I got this puppy.
I'm glad you're happy about your dog.
Anywho.
No.
Anywho,
All right.
enough about my dog. Game releases. So,
Oh, we're not going to talk about Sony.
what's happening with Sony?
They decided that they want to talk this Thursday about PS5.
Oh, did they? I don't see that in the.
It's not, but I thought someone put it there.
I didn't put it in here because I didn't put it in
yeah.
here. It was just one line of, "Hey, they rescheduled their thing for Thursday." So
I mean, we're gonna be here, right? Wink, wink.
I
Like
should
this
be
Thursday?
here.
I
Yeah.
mean, talk about Sony goodness.
I mean, I won't be able to watch because I'll be at work, but I'll check out the highlights and stuff after.
Yeah. And the argument is, are we gonna see a box or are we gonna see games? We're definitely gonna see games, but are we gonna see a box?
The question is
We're not
whether or
gonna-
not we're gonna see some box. And I don't think so.
No on box. You think they're gonna show box when they announce the price and the date?
I think we might get a peek at box, but they're not gonna we're not gonna get full on box.
Okay, we're okay. Definitely gonna get a peek at games. That's definitely happening.
Games, they said for sure. Box is uncertain.
Anyone remember the date when PS4 was announced? It was at the Gamescom event. They announced the price at E3. They were like, PlayStation 4 is gonna be $399.99. Everyone's like, whoa, woo! And then they said that was about it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's real uncertain with this thing because they're doing so much fucking shit that, I mean, it could be.
Also, not to be mean or anything, Nintendo revealed price at the price and when to get this shit the same day.
Yeah,
Like,
Nintendo does what Nintendo do.
I mean, we know what it looked like, but they announced the price and the date, and it was not long. It was like maybe 6 weeks.
Nintendo dances to the beat of their own drum. They don't really
Yeah,
follow.
they do. But I'm just saying, like, okay, the console gets announced in October. They have their presser thing in January. They have the pre-order thing after that. Thing launches in March. Am I saying Sony's going to do that? No. They could.
They could. They could.
I mean,
I don't know.
they honestly.
I really don't care what the thing looks like. I just want to see. I just want to see something. I just want them to show me the future of video games that I've
We're
been
gonna
waiting
get.
for.
I want to see what the games are, man.
Here's the thing: are we going to get another presser after this? We kind of have to, right?
Depends on how they would want to do it.
Right.
Because there's
Also,
no. They put out that schedule. Well, there's that schedule of events going around for like announcements and shit. But I don't think Sony's
so
on there.
also, it feels so late into the game. There's so much unknowns, and this thing's coming in 5 months.
That's what had me worried. I'm like, you guys realize this thing's supposed to release this year? It's the same thing.
Right.
It's like the same thing with like I don't know. Like that's what I was saying about Xbox. Is like the shit's coming out this year. We got to see something. Like at least
There's
we
still a
know
lot of.
what the when Mark Cerny went up to talk about the technology behind it. It seemed like he was talking a lot of like theoretical shit. Whereas, it seems like he was like, we're still dialing in the technology. I was like, the time for dialing in is done. Like, in my opinion,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you should have a solid. You should know exactly what the fuck. There should be
What?
no targets. There should be no, hey, this is what we're targeting. This is what we're aiming for. Like that's past. I think.
No, you're right. This is where you can't change these on the fly. These things have to be locked down and ready to go. Like what you want to do
Yeah.
needs to be ready to go.
So that's what had me worried for PS5. I'm like, you're still dialing stuff in. Meanwhile, Microsoft is allowing people to just disassemble and reassemble their entire thing, and like they're done for the most part.
Right.
It's
Well,
like that's
I don't want to say that Microsoft's more plug and play because that's not happening either. Microsoft's not plug and play, but it just seems that way.
they've definitely been more open about their stuff than Sony has. Where like the only thing we've seen from PS5 at all has come from Unreal. It's come from Epic.
So everyone's kind of worried how expensive this thing's gonna be. I'm not going to speculate what the price is, but is the price of contention is the PCIe? Is that
It's
where
everything. It's
it
everything.
AMD normally keeps their chips kind of low? Aren't theirs either half of what Intel's are?
Well, but that's not the only thing. Like, it's the SSD. It's the like how big is the SSD gonna be? Um,
Is it
how
SSD or is it PCIe? I know it's the same thing.
PCIe PCIe is the connect. It's not like PCIe isn't a thing. It's just the connection format. It's the transfer protocol that you connect the shit to.
Right.
It's like how do I like it's like HDMI almost like you don't like it's not a thing. It's just it's a standard so that
So
when you connect your SSD into it, now we've got higher standards now. So the new standard is it supports these speeds. That's all PCIe is.
Also, I'm just trying to think. Well, we're not going to go with PS3. That one was like, we'll go with the that was $600. I'm seeing 450. I'm going to say 450. Does
I'm thinking
anyone think
500.
higher?
I'm thinking if they want to sell it at a loss, they can do that. But like 500 is where I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's a $500 box, but the question is, yeah, that's what it's
And
looking like.
I think Xbox is going to be cheaper.
No, I think Xbox is locked into 500.
No.
You know,
That's where I think Microsoft is able to sell it cheaper.
well, there is a component in there that's in short supply. I don't know what was it. They said it. What was the component that was in short supply? It can't be the SSD. Yeah, it might have been that.
Bones is living in dreamland if you think 350 is going to be.
Well, that's a mass. That's a product. That's a price that's for mass production. I don't know.
I don't think we're going to get pricier. At the at the latest Gamescom is like I think the latest
Well,
that they can get away with.
Gamescom's canceled.
Yeah, but they're
Yeah,
still
with
doing.
everything. Oh, sorry. I
Well,
was
no,
gonna
I was
say
going to
like,
say they're
oh,
still doing a Gamescom event.
oh, I didn't know that.
Late August. Yeah.
I mean, too, with
Okay,
like everything being so uncertain, like it'd make more sense for Sony just to do their own like conference. You know what I mean?
right.
That's what they usually do, but I don't think they said that they were doing a like a PlayStation experience. I don't think they said they were doing that.
Well, at this point, they're not.
Yeah. Whereas Microsoft said they're doing one every month.
Just saying, there's a lot of uncertainty to all of this. There's a lot of things we still don't know.
Yeah.
And,
Um here's my question, which I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but like with Xbox, I feel more tempted to buy their product just solely on the basis that they've been so pro consumer for the past couple years. I mean,
they
you
kind of
know,
have to be.
abandoned what they've, how they launched that Xbox One, but like they've been like correcting their mistakes heavily over the past couple years.
They
We
had
talk
no
about, yeah,
choice.
Bones says with like backwards compatibility and like Game
Yeah.
Pass, and their willingness to just be an open platform and just have crossplay. Where Sony has been like, no, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Um, like I'm more tempted to get like leans toward the Xbox ecosystem just because it
So,
seems a lot more friendlier.
And I see the
They
reason, a big reason too, is because they're not on top anymore. So they kind of have to
right.
like play the good guy, say quote unquote. Where Sony's like, we don't have to do any of that shit. We're already
I,
winning.
I mean,
Yeah.
if that DRM stuff wasn't so onerous, we wouldn't have the Game Pass thing that we have today. We might have, but I don't think we would have. They wouldn't have not gone down that route. They
Yeah.
would have. They might have got there with the Xbox One of like, hey, here's this Game Pass and all that stuff, and you don't own your games. But it was just the way they had the DRM always connected stuff was just, like
Well,
that
it
didn't.
just seems like it seems like Sony is just like they don't know what the fuck it seems like they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
It does
To me, it
seem
just
like a
comes off
chicken.
like they're just making it up as they go along. Like when they finally announced their like backwards compatibility shit, it was more like, hey, these top games are going to be compatible, whereas Microsoft is like, no, fuck it, everything, like fucking, you got it, play it. motherfucker.
So
Like,
yeah, this doesn't. Yeah, the messaging for Xbox is on point. Normally the PlayStation people are on point. I've never seen a console launch. Well, we'll never see a console launch like this again. Sans pandemic,
yeah,
sans pandemic, like this. It would have been like this even if it was post, not a pandemic.
yeah. I'm super curious as to what Sony's doing. Um, I mean, I'm curious on both sides, but like Sony's just been so mysterious with their shit, and I'm like, come on, like there's got to
That
be,
can work. That can work against you and for you at the same time, though.
yeah,
I mean, if what they show at this thing Thursday and what they show next and all that stuff, I mean, we gotta hand it to. I'm not gonna sit here and say Nintendo, but Nintendo showed that 3-minute trailer and got people excited. No one. That was it. 3 minutes.
yeah,
They just literally like, here it is. Here's our next console. This is what it does. They didn't do any hoopla. It just showed up in early morning. And then there it was. And then they did their concert thing. And they announced what it was. And then here it was. We're like, what? I mean, they could have done that, but I feel like the time for that is kind of over. Like, come on, dudes. You gotta say more than what needs to be done. Like, it's not over, Irene, but you need to reel the people in. Because this is starting to look like you guys have no idea what you're doing.
And like, I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt with like everything going on right now. Like, there hasn't exactly been a perfect time to like do all this. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get a ton of information this Thursday.
I'll be honest with you. The next generation is like the furthest from my mind. Isn't that weird?
in what way? Like, just you just don't
Just
care about it?
I care deeply about it, but it just seems so. I don't know if it's just not enough information or what, but it just seems like this holiday we should see it shaping up, and we have no idea what it really looks like.
I mean,
Yeah,
with the outbreak, are we even gonna have like a holiday season? Like a traditional holiday
Hey,
season?
well, we'll all go to New Zealand for it.
I'll have to wait and see. With everything being so uncertain, I don't blame Sony for kind of, playing their cards close to their chest. But hopefully, we can get, since the big
So,
Thursday, it's under their term.
also,
Get some sort of
here's
more
my last question:
Mhm.
how will pre-orders go down?
Probably the same way they've always gone down, right?
I feel like with GameStop in this pandemic, you can't do a midnight release. I mean, you can, but how? I don't know.
I mean, we'll have to wait
I
and
mean,
see. They'll probably
still
just,
just order online.
yeah.
I hope if it's a more online presence. It's not that I don't like online ordering. It's just I don't like online ordering. It's such a crapshoot sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, perfect example, your laptop.
No, I mean, here's the thing: with consoles and people that are in high demand, like a PS5 or an Xbox Series X, you have 1 hour to place your order.
That's true. That's
Like
true.
that's the window. You have 1 hour to put this thing in. And that goes for iPhones and whatever. You have 1 hour. And if you don't put in your order, you might not get it. Luckily, I got lucky a few times, but I'm just saying, there's gonna be a day I'm not lucky.
Yeah. I mean, we'll have to wait and see what happens. I'm excited to hear what happens on this presentation.
And of course, you could always buy it later. I'm not worried about day one like I normally will, but let me just say this: I want both of them day one. Let's just say that, and then I buy both of them, and then I don't have to worry about it until 2027. All right. So is that it for all of us? Oh, gaming releases. Sorry. Hello.
Pretty dry week for game releases.
I'm already feeling the dry.
I mean, we still got some fucking bangers coming out, man. Project Warlock's coming out on PS4. That looks really good. That's been on my backlog forever. Along with the new East game, Memories of Calcutta, which I thought already came out, but I guess I was wrong.
I think it's the first US release. I think.
Oh, that makes sense. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up really quick because I could have sworn it came out already, but I might have just been looking at like gameplay stuff from like Japan or something.
Hmm.
Okay, so it came out on the Vita, and it came out on the Vita in Japan already, and it came out on PS4 in Japan this year or last year in May. And this
Weird.
is the US release coming out June 9th tomorrow.
Well, that's good.
Oh, Project Warlock is like an old school shooter, huh?
Yeah, dude, it looks fucking dope. I saw some
Does look
reviews on
dope.
it when it came out on PC. It looks fucking awesome. And I know it's using like that old school like pixel art look, but it's like really clean pixel art, so it looks
Yeah.
fucking beautiful. Like I still love pixel. I know a lot of people are kind of like, "Ooh, pixel art," but I love it, dude.
Nah, pixel art.
Like that.
Pixel art is like, what's the equivalent in movies? There's an equivalent.
Boys in the Hood.
No, like a classic film.
Speaking of Project Warlock, it's also coming out on Switch on the 11th, so 2 days after it drops on PS4, we're gonna see it on Switch. Honestly, I might pick it up on Switch or just get it on PC. I don't know if I want to play with the mouse
This
and
this
keyboard or play
this is a
portably.
PC game.
Yeah, but I really want to play it portable though. But we'll see. On top of that,
Jones is
Samurai
right.
Showdown is
Boys in
coming
the Hood
out.
is a classic.
I like Boys in the Hood.
I'm just saying, like, pixel art games are video games bread and butter. Like when you think of a video game, you think of that. You think of the bleeps and bloops of pixels.
I mean, I personally
um,
still like sprite-based games, and I think Project Warlock looks beautiful. And on top of that, we got Samurai Showdown coming out on PC, which is fucking awesome. I love Samurai
Wait,
Showdown.
Samurai Showdown's coming out on PC.
Yep, on the 11th, which is cool because I
Mm.
like Samurai Showdown. I still haven't bought the new one yet, but there's this arcade, like this bar, arcade, restaurant, bowling alley by my house that my wife and I used to go to before the pandemic when the pandemic started. And they had an arcade machine with the new Samurai Showdown there, and it was fucking awesome. Those of you who don't know, I like Samurai Showdown, even the older games. I'm a pretty big Samurai Showdown fan.
I'm a cough guy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I like King of Fighters. I'm not good
King of
at it.
Fighters is good. I'm not good at it either, but King of Fighters definitely scratches that itch for me. If I gun to my head, like my favorite fighting game is probably like Street Fighter 3, but that's because I'm like, yeah, I grew up on fucking Street Fighter 3.
Right.
People understand like there's like a 10-year gap between Street Fighter 3 and 4, and
Oh
Street
yeah.
Fighter 3 is probably still one of the best like Street Fighter games I ever played.
There
I
was
still
a
love
gap
playing
of
it.
no Street Fighter in forever. It was like
Yeah,
it was
yeah, it was awful. And in that gap, like the reigning king of like competitive fighting games was still like King of Fighters and Street Fighter 3,
or
and I was on the
two.
Street Fighter 3 side. Yeah,
I mean, people were playing Street Fighter 3. Don't. I'm not saying that they wasn't. Like people love Third Strike, but there was a time where there was no anything Street Fighter.
yeah. Like the only
Like
fighting games coming out were like Mortal Kombat.
Like, remember when Street Fighter 2, what was it, HD edition or whatever?
Yeah, and that had like 3 fucking versions of it. That drove me crazy.
Yeah, so that was the thing was, and Street Fighter 4 is fine, but it was just one of those things you looked at, and I'm glad they made Street Fighter 4. That one's good. And 5, they're gonna keep continuing with 5. It's
Yeah.
just the way that game, the way there was a gap there.
Yeah, and hopefully, now that fighting games are cool again, we don't have to go through this awful fucking drought again. And while we're
Oh
talking
no!
about fighting games, speaking of Samurai Showdown, also coming out on the 11th is the Samurai Showdown Neo Geo collection, which I'm excited for because it comes with Samurai Showdown 1 through 5, as well as 5 Special, and a brand new release of 5 called 5 Perfect, which has even more content that wasn't released on the original release or the special release. So I'm hella excited for that. I'm gonna be picking that up. I'm gonna be throwing down. You guys should get it. We can make a thing out of it. Fucking play some Samurai Showdown. I bought a new
I
bike. Let's do this shit.
I feel like this is coming on the Twitch app for Twitch Prime. It's a bunch of bunch of Neo Geo games coming to the Amazon Prime app.
This isn't like a bunch of. It's specifically just the Samurai Showdown
Right.
collection. It's kind of like that Street Fighter 30th anniversary collection that came out a couple years ago.
This is only on PC. Is it online?
So it's coming out on PC. Yeah, it is online. It's coming out on PC on the 11th worldwide, but that's just the Epic Game Store release. It's coming out on Steam June 18th.
Oh, I see.
And it's coming out on consoles, I want to say like in July. Yeah, July 28th is when it's coming out on consoles.
Okay, so it looks like an exclusive for. Okay.
Well, it's only an Epic exclusive for like a week, and then it's coming out on Steam. And like a month after that, we'll see it on console. I might, I don't know. I kind of want to buy it on PC just so I can get it already, but I might just wait and get it on console. Because I'm a Samurai Showdown fiend, dude. I love Samurai Showdown.
So, also not to be mean to anything on Epic Game Store might go free. So this looks like a game that they would go like, here's a free game.
I mean, it's a brand new game. If they
Not now, later.
Well, we're talking later, maybe like a couple years, maybe, but I don't know. And it's kind of a niche game. I don't think it's going to pull enough people for them to like make the effort to release it for free, but we'll see. If it does, I'm fucking better. I mean, I love Samurai Showdown. The more people playing Samurai Showdown, the better.
Absolutely. I need to play more Samurai Showdown.
I love Samurai Showdown, so this will be cool to see. And then after that, we got Project Warlock, finally released on Xbox One on June 12th. Anything else we're missing?
Not that I can think of, except for one game, but it's not out yet.
Or when's it coming out?
June 13th.
Oh, what game?
Oh, yeah. There's a little game coming out on June 13th called Persona 4.
It is not coming out.
Oh my god.
Like,
all right.
I mean, it's being. I'm reading the rumors too. It's a rumor that it's being announced, but it's not coming out.
It's gonna be that day.
I mean, if it does, then more power to you. It's happening. Fucking awesome. I want to see it. But until like an official announcement gets made, I'm.
Yeah, I get that point. I get that. You're not wrong. You're not wrong until they step on the stage and pull down their pants and P4's on his butt cheeks. It's not happening, but it's happening.
There was a tweet about it that's deleted now.
Yeah, see now that
not an official tweet. It was some.
Yeah, it was by you. It had your name.
That was not me. Sabi Wabi.
Yeah, it was.
What did it say?
It said, "P4 is coming to PC." I got the files.
Oh, so some random guy said.
and then the people went into the Steam store and checked out the banners and shit. So yeah, and Atlas, they're going to that boring PC pre-made thing. So the thing's already recorded.
I mean,
So
if it happens, awesome. Like, I'm not saying I don't want it to happen. I fucking Persona 4 Golden is my favorite Persona game. So if that's coming out on PC, like that's great. That's fucking awesome. It should come out on Switch. I'd rather it come out on Switch.
I think we all wish it came out on Switch.
But if it's coming out on PC, like that's still cool too, and I hope it happens. But until Atlas comes out and says, "Hey, Persona on Steam confirmed,"
What else are they going to do at the PC show? Hug the Drake duck
I mean, Atlas makes a lot of RPGs, not just Persona or shit.
on PC.
I don't think they have any games out on PC right now. If they do, like, I'm sure
Well,
someone's wrong, but
they have Rock of Ages. That's on PC.
Okay, here you go. Check it out.
What?
Well, I'm putting in the
Ooh, PSO2.
No, it's Persona.
Ah, Persona support page. Oh, I see. Yeah.
The de nouveau page.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
There's a bit more credence there then. That's
Yeah, de nouveau is in Persona 4 Golden.
I mean,
Those
it's not
evil bastards.
Persona 4 Golden's not exactly a very like resource intensive.
Don't worry, someone will hack it. Some weeb with his dick in his
gonna
hand will hack it. Some weeb hacker is going to hack it, and we'll all be dancing all night.
Yeah. But we'll see. Hopefully this conference does show something because I love Persona.
And it's already recorded. I hope the Drake Duck's there too. I don't want to watch it with Tommy. I don't want to watch the PC Gamer show.
Then don't watch it.
It's the most painful thing ever. But I need to watch it if they're going to announce Persona.
When did you become a fucking Persona fan all of a sudden?
I need this in my life. I need to know something. One of the girlies in there, she's a weirdo. She wears shorts under her skirt. I need to know.
Chie Sadanaka. I love Chie.
I need to know.
Chie,
I need to know
best
why.
girl.
Chie is best girl.
I need to fucking know. And I don't know. And I need to know. Why? There has to be reasons. And she's in every fighting game ever.
Well, because, like, Chie is a cool character, man.
She ain't cool enough to be in Smash Brothers.
No, instead we got the lead character for the most recent Persona game, not the love interest in the last Persona game.
Yeah, but people like her, though. I'm not saying that, but I need to know.
I mean, if it happens, it happens, man. I'll be down for it if it does. I'll probably be the first one to buy it if it comes out.
The first one to buy it.
Any good thought topics before we get out of here?
Yes. Thought topics. Yeah, there's a few. This is... do you like music?
Love music.
I mean, who doesn't like music?
Well, if you're playing old school rap or anything really, you're gonna get DMCA and get your shit kicked in now.
Anyway, what's going on in the wonderful world of thought music?
Nothing. It's just a lot of thoughts use music to because they're boring and don't know anything, and they're getting DMCA for some clips and getting their channels nuked from heaven.
I mean, that's gonna happen whether you're a thought or not. Don't use someone else's
Right.
shit. Thought or not, don't use someone's copyrighted shit.
But people think they think the sky is falling again when Twitch makes these things.
Which is like silly. I mean, Twitch doesn't want to get sued, so don't use someone else's music.
Well, it's the radio thing.
What they usually do is just mute the recording.
Yes, but now they're going a little further than that. A lot of clips that from back in the day are getting flagged for copyright.
I mean,
And
They can't
don't use someone else's shit. It's
they
probably
can't just
easier.
retroactively mute like those past clips.
no, clips are different. Clips are not like the video part. If you're playing like, I don't know, like Straight Outta Compton, and some dude's like, "That's old," they can strike that. So yeah, they have a whole new thing about clips and all that stuff. So they updated their terms of service for Twitch music. So we don't use a
Great.
lot of copyrighted music, but we still have to be careful.
Yeah.
Well, like most games, like if you're playing like a GTA, it has music in it.
Yeah, Twitch streamers receive a flood of music copyright claims for old clips. So yeah, so Twitch streamer has been a few headaches in recent days, the company acknowledged. So the sudden influx of DMCA takedown requests against streamers for allegedly violating copyright in clips captured by viewers between 2017 and 2019, as each request partially represents a strike against an account. This raises the threat of permanent bans for streamers who might let three strikes with, well, the three strike thing doesn't really exist. I mean, it does, but it really doesn't. So if you have clips that you didn't even choose to create, so let's say Hamster creates a clip where we're singing something from Britney Spears, we can get a DMCA from that.
There's a new. This happened. I don't know when this happened, but there's a new trailer for Destiny expansion. Uh, Destiny 2 Beyond Light.
Mm-hmm.
Are people still playing that fucking game? Jesus.
Only on PC.
Only on PC and Stadia.
I mean, it's, I
Only.
mean,
You wouldn't want to play that on anything else than PC.
I've tried so goddamn hard to get to Destiny. I can't do it.
Well,
It's a
here's the
good
problem.
game.
It's a very good game. But if you're not gonna buy into everything Destiny is, you're not gonna have a good time.
That's why, man. I don't want to spend like over the life of that game. Let's say you buy the game day one, the expansions day one. You're looking at like what, over $140?
Oh, you don't have to buy anything. They made the game free. It's free now for like to get in. To get in, it's free, and you only have to buy the expansion, which it comes with. I think it comes with the first 3 expansions like included.
Really? Okay, I might. I'll
Like
try to.
they completely refactored the whole thing once they launched on PC. They made it completely free to play, and then you only have to buy the expansions. I think. I could be wrong.
That sounds right.
Well, I'll
Yeah.
try to get back into it then. Do you know if my content, because I played it on PS4, do you know if my shit will carry over?
It does now, doesn't it?
It does?
It does. You have to go to the Bungie website and do like the transfer.
That sounds like a pain in the
It
ass.
does now.
Yeah.
That's what I gotta do. I'll do it.
Well, you just have to tell them like, hey, this was my account and this is where I want to take it. When they launched on PC, they had it all set up.
Well, I'll try to look into it then. I have so much shit to do. I gotta do that. I gotta play PSO2.
Yes, you should join us and play PSO2.
Good game.
One day.
We
I'll let you know when
saw
it's
a concert
downloaded.
last night with Hisini Miku and her weird friend who wore this skirt thing. Whatever. It was fun. I mean, I need more Monster and stuff to. I want to understand PSO2. I need this in my life.
You're not gonna understand it, but
I need to kind of understand it.
With that being said, are there any other game news?
Well,
Anything else?
No, but I do have one last
Yeah.
thing I want to say. I got a phone call doing the doing the show. UPS called me.
Oh shit.
UPS called me, and you wonder what it was? They thought they delivered the wrong package to my door, and I told them everything's okay, except for and I told them the whole thing with the computer.
Oh jeez.
Normally, I don't answer the phone.
I never answer my phone. If you're not
Okay,
in my contacts, I'm
okay,
important.
that's it for me. Anything for Wasabi? I'm sure we're gonna play more PSO2.
I'm always playing PSO2,
Always.
so. But
Uh,
yeah, that's all I got.
All right.
all
I'm
right.
probably gonna play video games today. No, I have a. Never mind. I have a home office I got to set up, so I'm gonna be spending all day
I
doing.
need to set up my home office.
Well, like I usually just remember I'm working from home now, so I have it set
Right.
up. My normal computer desk is in the living room, but it's getting
I
harder and harder now for my wife to like do her normal day to day thing if I'm working right in the living room.
right.
We cleaned out one of the bedrooms. I bought a desk and I bought like 100-foot Ethernet cable to run it to that room.
Why did you what?
Well, because like the computer they gave me from work only has a Ethernet connection, so I can't use Wi-Fi. My router's
Okay.
in the living room, so I have to run a cable all the way from my living room to the office room.
I mean, okay. There's ways, but okay. You could just buy a dongle like I did for $8. Linksys.
They told me that wouldn't work. Like the tech team specifically, like specified, like yeah, you got to buy a long Ethernet cable. Nothing
Oh
else
my
will work.
god, they're such assholes. But whatever.
Yeah, I don't know why a dongle wouldn't work, but I wasn't
You
about
know
to
what
argue
else you
with
could
them.
do? You could get one of those extenders and plug it. You know, make it join your network and then plug it in.
I wanted to do that too, but they're like, no, like it's only going to work with the hardwired connection, which I think they only said that to me because they never tested it with anything else. And so they couldn't definitively say, oh, yeah, it'll work with that, even though it totally would in theory. They couldn't definitively tell me it would.
And how would the computer know that this thing is wired to somewhere, not wired to somewhere else?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But that's what the tech support team told me. And that's what my manager said. Just get the Ethernet cable. They reimbursed me for it. So it's not like it cost me anything out of pocket. Just taking a lot of time to run that thing, hide the cable, tape it to the wall, and all this other nonsense.
Well, get Cat 7 or whatever and it'll work out.
Yeah. That's
All right.
gonna be my day setting up that office.
All right. And that's it. I need to go eat.
All right, this has been fun. Thank you guys so much.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Thanks.